Hello and welcome back. I am Arumba. Thank you for joining me. We're going to continue the stream we did earlier today. I'm probably going to splice these two videos together, so from your perspective, it's probably just one big, huge, long video. I don't normally do videos more than a half hour long, but in this case, it's probably going to be an 8-hour video, so have fun! We're back. We got rid of two mods. We got rid of... what was it called? Let's see if I can pull it up. I used this show time used percent to check the things that were costing us lots of script updates. Right now we have a total cost of like 1.4 script updates per tick, I think is how that math works. And one of them that we had was called, it was the manual inventory sort mod. And I liked it because you could like click on a chest and reorganize the chest with a key binding, which was nice. You can, normally your inventory will be still automatically organized, but chests don't. They'll just kind of, like for example, if I put an item, well, exactly like this, like the items are just kind of all willy-nilly in the chest, and this key binding that you could use to organize the inventory was convenient, but it was costing like 2.5, which again, right now, we're only using altogether, for script updates altogether, where'd it go? Script updates, 1.5. So it was like tripling nearly what we were spending on script updates, which is just completely unacceptable. And then another one that was doing quite a bit as well was the EVO GUI, so we got rid of that. And then we did add in the longer underground belts. So if you use upgraded belts, they can actually go just like one tile extra for the red, and I think it might be 2 tiles extra for the blue, but look at this, they can go all the way under 2 lines of bus, which is perfect and great and awesome. We like it. I like it. Hello, Archangel 666, or Arc 666 Angel. So the last thing that I remember working on was upgrading the basic circuit boards. And someone had also already commented on the subreddit explaining what the overkill thing was. There was a down here somewhere. There was a really interesting looking belt splitter. Sorry, a lane balancer, and apparently it can handle really uneven loads better than the standard one. I did kind of venture my argument on it and just say that I think that 90 times out of 100, or maybe even 99 times out of 100, that's not really necessary. But I can understand where the guy was coming from now. So it's nice that he actually chimed in and told me what the purpose of it was. But we're not going to use it because we were short on iron earlier. We're not short on iron now, but whatever. So I'm going to go ahead and clean up my inventory real quick, and then God, all of these random robots from all over the entire map are trying to come into my inventory right now. If you are lacking in robots, I'm going to put a chest down right here. I'm going to put a warehouse down. It'll be the bot warehouse. It'll be great. All right, how are we doing on players right now? We got 13 so far. So we're looking to get back up to about 30 to 50, somewhere in that range, assuming that the game is performing well. I'm hoping by removing some of those mods, we'll be back up to 60 UPS all the time. I'm sitting right around 50, 60, 58, 60 or so right now. That's with 13 players, which is okay. I'm getting my better internet tomorrow in theory. So anyway, there's a big huge warehouse. If you need robots, they're in that big huge warehouse. They're huge. They're monstrous. You can fly on them. No, you can't, but that would be cool. What else do I need to get rid of? Crushed Javolite, crushed Sapphirite. That's this guy, so we can load that one up. This is the crushed Sapphirite. Load him up. Okay, probably have some crushed stone on me, I have to imagine. Again, don't take more than 50 robots, because your personal roboport you spawn in with can only hold 50. Need to find some way to get rid of all this wood. Someone created the woods. Made this cute little tree out of boxes. It's nice. Get rid of all that wood, and this copper. Find a place for it. Now, if I was being, like, just really mean, I would just, like, put a random passive provider on the ground and just leave it all in a pile. But that doesn't seem very nice. I'm not going to do that. If there was a way to listen to me without the stream delay. Yeah, I know. Unfortunately, this comes up almost every time, and I just have to give you the same reason that I'm not going to join Discord or something, and that's that, well, it's twofold, really. Number one is that I need a lot of uptime on voice, right? Because it's my stream, and I need to do my job, which is to talk a lot, basically. But also, the bigger factor is actually just that I cannot guarantee the fidelity of the conversational topics that a random group of people will have. We've tried doing it a few times in the past on, like, EVE Online, and sometimes the discussion will go in a really, really weird direction really, really quick. So, we can't afford to really do that. Which isn't to say that any of the people that are, you know, in the game right now are bad people or anything, it's just that I can't know. And so if I can't know, I can't risk it. Oh, just listening. I don't know if there's a way to do that either. I mean, I guess in theory I could, like, be in a Discord channel that only I have chat privileges in, and I could just have my voice broadcast through that, and then you could tune into it if you wanted to, so that you don't have the thing. But I don't know. I'm assuming people who are in the game right now probably don't have the stream open. And if you are, you probably... Actually, you know what? That's a really good point. If everyone who's in the game is also watching the stream, that means they're downloading a 3,500 kilobit per second data stream on top of trying to get their network connection to me. Interesting. I as a monkey, can that be done easily in Discord, where you can have a channel that no one else can speak in but me? It's not so much that what other people say doesn't reflect on me. It's that if I'm trying to, like, do the stream and talk and stuff, and then out of nowhere the conversational topic starts talking about Jews and the Holocaust or something, I don't want to have to deal with that while streaming, instead of just, you know, streaming. Right? I don't want to have to, oh, I gotta tab out and I gotta mute it now or whatever. I've gotta leave the chat. Like, it's just a silly extra step to have to worry about. Okay. Yes, you've been saying that since I started today. Well, I apologize, I as a monkey. It's hard for me to read chat. I'm getting some desync stuff here. Okay, I will join Discord if I can find a way to get that damn thing to launch. Earlier in the week, I tried launching Discord, and it just said it needed an update, and then just sat there forever and didn't do anything. I really don't like this program, but we'll give it a shot. 1 second. Because I think the main thing is that I'm most interested in this actually because I'd like for everyone that's trying to hear me while we play to not have their, to not have the stream open. Yeah, that is just a picture of it. Great. I absolutely loathe when companies, instead of installing the goddamn program in the Discord folder, they install it under some bullshit file header like, oh, this is the name of my company. No, put it in the goddamn name of the program. Piece of crap. Just drives me crazy. Where the hell is this stupid thing installed? Hammer and Chisel. What the hell, you piece of crap? I'm renaming you. You're no longer Hammer and Chisel. Screw you. Hammer and Chisel. Stupid ass company. How in the hell am I supposed to know that Hammer and Chisel, Inc. is Discord? I mean, seriously. I'm gonna rename it to Fuck You. Well, that won't really help me either, will it? I guess I should probably just rename it Discord, huh? God. A bunch of dummies. You know what we should do? We should, totally make this app, and then we should, uh-oh. Why is the game just hanging? Uh-oh. What's wrong with the game? I'm confused because I'm seeing this thing progress, but it's taking forever, and the game is completely frozen right now. I did not install it to hammer and chisel. I would never do such a thing. That makes no sense at all. Well, apparently Factorio's decided that it's dead. Alright, I'm going to have to, unfortunately, reload Factorio because apparently Factorio didn't want to run. Also, by the way, Discord didn't work. So, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to have to just re-download it. I'm going to delete Discord. I'm going to reinstall Discord because Discord's being stupid. It used to work. By the way, the publisher of Discord is Hammer and Chisel Inc. So, I'm not totally crazy. Let's see if I can get it from Ninite, because Ninite usually does things in a way that makes sense. Discord. Discord's not on Ninite, damn. Okay, fine. Download for Windows. Keep. Alright, play, multiplayer, load game. Okay, looks like we're gonna miss some playtime here, because the last autosave, I don't know... I think we were pretty close to another autosave, but it didn't quite register. Let's go with like 35 this time. Same password as earlier so that the moderators don't have to worry about it. Set the autosave just a little bit more often. So hopefully if anything like that happens again, we don't miss out on stuff that's been done. Yeah, no, I'm not going to use the browser Discord. Alright, well, hopefully the game doesn't stop running again. Oh god, you know what? This time I am going to put all this crap into a chest. Okay, I am going to go where then, I as a monkey? Which channel am I supposed to be in? The Arumba broadcast? Is that the one you're talking about? Alright. Disconnect, connection, mute, unmute. I don't... Okay, yeah, actually, I think that it's already just working. I can see the little green circle around me. You hear me. Okay, good. I don't know how to, really... I don't like Discord. Discord scares the hell out of me. This program is too complicated, man. Okay, well, if you guys can hear me, then please do shut down the stream, since you're probably not watching it right now anyway. And then that way, you know, if you're in-game, please shut down the stream so that you're not causing any more of network strain on your connection than needs to be. But, alright, cool. Good. Well, that was actually a lot easier than I thought. Sorry I missed it earlier. I apologize. Not my fault. It's hard to read chat while doing stuff at the same time. Also, I have a whole bunch of robots coming to me yet again. A big part of it is that I am doing a lot of stuff at once. I've got my stream. We're hosting the server. At the same time, I'm also doing a local recording. I am also... That's it. But those things are important and big. Or something. I've got to collect these robots again. Okay, so like here's a question for you, Eyes a Monkey. I moved myself into the Arumba broadcast. I'm saying it that way because there's no A, and there should be. That's a voice channel, and yet when I see like the channel at the top, it's pound general. That's a different chat. So you can have a voice chat and a general chat open at the same time? I thought when I moved myself in there, I'd just be in that chat and nowhere else. But apparently that's not the case. That's what one of the things that's confused me about it in the past. Whatever. It's fine, it's fine. Someone says, I am ripping so hard. What does that mean? Okay, so the voice chat rooms don't even have text. That makes more sense. And actually, I like that compartmentalization there. That's good. I'm putting a warehouse down, and I'm just going to put all my crap inside it, and if anyone wants any of this crap, they can come get it. So, extra robots, some random bits of crappy, stupid ore, old furnaces, stuff like that. This is the chest of junk. If you're interested, come over here. I do not want any long-handed inserters. I don't want these electric poles. I think it's probably about time that I bind up some of my other things here. Got regular pipe, underground pipe. I usually do red wire. Which is actually here, yeah, red wire and green wire. I actually use those quite a bit these days. This needs to be longer poles. And then over here, I don't remember what I usually do. I've forgotten now. Well, if I can't figure it out right now, it's probably not important, right? Oh, I know. I don't usually do long-handed inserters with bomb spawns. That shouldn't be there. That should be my filter inserter. And then this should be... I think we're probably ready to maybe consider... Now that we've solved the iron problem, that was the last thing we worked on. I think I should probably consider getting rid of the yellow inserters from my inventory. Spare filter inserters can go in there. We'll keep on these things are easy to get rid of, so I don't mind carrying those around. Alright, how are we doing on players and like people catching up and stuff? We've got 3 whole players. Apparently, people are not connecting well. Is that my fault? Did I accidentally set the download link to, No, I think 3500. That's only, like, what, 3 megabit up, which is not much. And truth be told, I do have a lot more than that, but when I set it higher, I still don't know for sure if the 3500 kilobit up is per connection or total. I'm really not sure. Because earlier I set it to like 50,000, which is like half of my upload rate, and I was kind of screwing my own voice a bit. Okay, now people are chatting a lot in Discord and it's scaring me. Alright, what is up with this? We've got like no sapphirite ore coming in. Oh, this entire sapphirite deposit's gone now. Well, that explains that. Are you guys actually going to be able to make it in, or is this something where you guys are perpetually going to keep on falling behind so far that you can't actually catch up? Should I pause the game? Normally we don't have issues with people connecting in because we start with a brand new server and people are able to join. Ooh, a picture. What's this picture? What are we looking at here? Little Snitch Network Monitor. That's cool. I like things like that. What is that? So what do you think? Should I pause the game? Why do these robots never seem to have any power? Are they my robots? They are my robots. Why are my robots not doing anything? Oh, you know what? I think I know what's going on right now. I think my robots aren't working because random people who have been disconnected their robots are all flying to me right now, and because they're flying to me and they're out in the air, the game's like treating them like they're my robots, and so the other 50 robots in my inventory aren't allowed to go to work. So that's cool. I guess. Got one random little bit of sap right there. And of course I got rid of all my mining drills. Yeah, naturally. Random little piece of copper coil. DOC, we're back up to 6. Ooh, people are catching up. Catching up, downloading. I mean, you guys will catch up eventually, right? I apologize, but you know, hey, stream fidelity or something, right? Where is this stone going? Apparently somebody wants that stone. God, there's so many robots flying to me, I swear. It's just downright silly. I hate walking away from robots that are about, like, completely out of power. It makes me feel so guilty, because they're trying so hard to catch up to me, and they just can't quite do it. Yeah, we played earlier today. If you're just tuning in now, we played earlier today for like 6 hours. We are... This map has been going for 5 hours, 38 minutes, 12 seconds. So we've put quite a bit of time into this. This is a Bob's Mods and Angel's Ores map. Earlier today, I think at peak value, we got up to like 35, 40 players. Maybe a little bit higher, I'm not sure. Yeah, one of the electric mining drills back. I really don't want these electric poles. One thing I might do, and because I do use them quite often, I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to shuffle these over. We're going to go a little bit different than I normally do, I think. Let's put the red coil over here. And the green coil over there. Start putting the red stuff here. 2, what could 2 be? What's something else I use quite often? In conjunction with these other things. I think the big issue, or the big difference is not actually not having the stream up, it's just that we only have 8 people connected right now. But we'll see. Let's see when we get back up to 30 or so, how the game's running. Because when we were at like 30 or 40 earlier today, I think a big part of it was the mods we still had installed, but you know, things are starting to chug a little bit. So we'll see. I'm gonna have to find something to put there. I don't know what. Something I use often. Do like chemical plants or crushers, that kind of thing. I don't crushers I don't use that often. Don't do walls, don't do these things. Oh, we can do lights. I use lights. I should use lights more often. Sure, that's not a bad thing to spend that slot on, I think. So anyway, I was coming back down here because I had found one little tiny bit of this other type of ore here, and I wanted to mine it. Only 250 or so, but hey, let's mine that thing out right away. Darn robots, stop flying to me! It's not my job to charge all these guys. If I could just get some steel. If you guys need these robots, come get them. Take them away. I don't want them. How slow and dumb they are. Here we go. That was the robot named Steve and Joe. Just finally kicked him out. There is no limit to the number of people that can try to connect at once. Even if you do have a player limit, I think tons of people can be like trying to make the connection. So this steel is actually not really going anywhere at all. Do we not have steel going down the bus? Ah, yes we do. This is where it's going. So we just have a little branch that's going over here. I think we want to try to make do with a little bit less belt storage. So let's shrink this up a little bit. And that could be good. And then you guys are outputting to over there, that's fine. Hey, Archangel's trying to connect back up again, evidently. Alright, I'm making steel gear wheels in my pocket. So what should be the plan then? What do we want to try to work on next? I mean, my big project earlier was iron ore, and I think I did a good job on that. We got our iron production up quite a bit. We are now at 4,000 iron a minute, which is decent-ish. Next type of circuit board, yeah. We can't do any more science. Everything requires purple green science packs. All right, let's work on this. So we got to get some batteries going. We got to get filter and sorters. We already have the required components for, but we do need to get them being created. Steel plate, it's already on the bus. So we just need mostly the electronic circuit boards and batteries. I'm gonna do batteries first because batteries are easier, and also with batteries, I think we can already start launching some more robots. We go into here. Regular robots require the flying robot frame and then the brains and stuff. Brains are considered an intermediate, so they're going to be over here. So there's the logistic robot tool and the logistic robot construction robot tool. Where is the flying robot frame? Yeah, it's just going to be the basic electronic boards, batteries, electric engines, all stuff that we can do. And then we need the logistic robot brain, which is this thing here, which is just circuit boards. The circuit boards are kind of like a half step up from the current boards that we have. To do the circuit boards, we need to do phenolic boards, but those are really easy. The only tricky part's the ferric chloride solution, which is just basically you take an electrolyzer and you do like chlorine, I think it is. To make ferric chloride, yeah, it's hydrogen chloride plus iron ore. And the hydrogen chloride is easy to make. Hydrogen chloride is just mixing chlorine and hydrogen, and you get the chlorine and hydrogen from saltwater electrolysis. So you take water and salt. Salt is made in a chemical furnace. That's all. So you just take a chemical furnace and water, create salt, mix the salt into an electrolyzer to do saltwater electrolysis. Then you take the two gas components that come out of that, mix them together to make the hydrogen chloride, and then you mix that with iron ore, and then that gives you a ferric chloride solution. Done. Totally simple. So, if we're going to make ferric chloride solution, we can either box it up and bust the boxes, or we could just try to pipe it. And both are interesting options. First thing I want to do is just get some iron. I want to have like 800 iron, and I want to have some copper. I'd like to have a little bit more steel on me. How do you change your color in-game? You just type /color and then space and then whatever color you'd like to be. Green, blue, whatever. Alright. There's also chlorine and hydrogen from saline water. Ooh, is that new? I don't remember seeing that before. Alright, I'm going to need some electrolyzers. I'm going to need some more chemical plants. I'm going to need... probably going to need some more of these different types of furnaces. I'm not going down the next step of Angel's processing yet. I think I'm going to leave that to some other people who are smarter than I. But I am going to head over towards the water. Not too really liking how these are not balanced. I suppose it's not a big issue as long as the machines are all running, which for the most part they are. We're not using a lot of this crushed stereotype. All these machines should also be upgraded where possible. Assuming, well, actually they don't need to be because we're not using all this stereotype. There's no point. Hey, look, it's a chest full of junk. That's like something I would do. Throw some extra robots in there. All right, so I'm here, right? What was I gonna do? I was gonna do, I don't know, ferric chloride solution, I guess. Start that process. Chemical plants. And a pump. There's no more green science pack researches. Yeah, we've got to make a beeline to blue science, otherwise we can't do anything. If someone wants to try to work on like another area of it, like, you know, guys, like, get together, start trying to do the like, I'm working on making basic circuit boards right now with the ferric chloride solution. But if someone wants to go ahead and try doing oil and batteries are a little bit different now. To make batteries, you do plastic and sulfuric acid instead of I think it might just be iron and sulfuric acid or something. Iron, copper, and sulfuric acid and vanilla, I think. So here we have water. We're going to take that water, and these are going to require fuel. We have shadow_gx with a desync. We right now are at how many players? 20. Okay, so we do get desyncs on occasion, but hopefully it stops lagging here. Come on. I absolutely hate when desyncs. You know what? There should just be a server setting at the beginning of the game that says, you know, desync reconnection timer 0. Like I just don't want anyone to be able to reconnect. If you desync, you're gone. Just rejoin on your own. Like, stop trying to reconnect right the second. It freezes the whole game. The entire game is stopped. And then he left manually, right? And now the game's running. I appreciate that, ShadowGX. Thank you, because I don't know how that was gonna stop if you hadn't done that. Thank you very much. Oh, right. I was actually gonna put the pipes over here. Okay, so we need to run some fuel in. This is where I might start getting lazy just because I don't want to carry around multiple different types of inserters, even though they're not necessary strictly. We'll see. I have no idea how much salt we actually need. I don't think it's very much. Let's go with 8 of these guys. We'll figure out in a second how much that's actually going to produce. So this is our fuel in. These actually cannot be there. They've got to be here. We'll have to find some fuel. Unfortunately, we don't have the type that are not aren't going to require having fuel. You know what I might do? It's just a temporary thing then, and since we're actually pretty close to it, is go ahead and just load them up with like 200 coal each. And again, a desync freezes the whole game. I don't understand. Factorio devs, fix it, please. And every single time, these desyncs are just completely shutting the game down. That's going to be our salt line. So actually, if we're going to be doing the coal just directly being put into it, oh my goodness. We don't need this belt. Which means that instead we can just pull directly out of the machine. I don't know what it is. I mean, I'm not dropping frames, I'm not using a lot of upload rate to go to Twitch. It's just gotta be either that the factory's too big, or people are trying to connect with, like, not good internet, or Factorio itself maybe is just not very stable. I don't know what it is, but... this is, like, not playable at the moment. Alright, let's go grab a huge stack of coal. Coal, alpha coal is down there. There's probably some coal storage near there, I have to imagine. That or power. You think it's just the mods? Yeah, it very well could be. I mean, we're not playing with very little mods. We have quite a few. There's the coal. Well, actually, that's pretty close. We could probably route it. Yeah, we'll get them all powered up. Dump the rest of the coal back in there. Alright, come on, robots. Land. Exactly. See, I'm thinking it's more related... I agree with you, Beetle. Threedle, actually. I think that it is the people, because the desyncs, it's when someone's desynced and still trying to reconnect, that's when things, like, really go to shit. Like right now. JR Beers just desynced and the entire game stops. So, you know, I mean, my approach to it would be that without being a jerk, you know, if someone's desyncing and they get caught in that desync loop, I just kick them. I hate to do that, but at the same time, we can't afford to just spend the next hour or two putzing around waiting for people to finally give up and quit, you know? Okay, we're gonna do some saltwater electrolysis. I'm not feeling like doing any math right now. Let's just hope that it's a good number. Meanwhile, Archangel's doing something with his mod here. Something fancy. Why don't we go up, up, down, and then we can bring you guys down to there. We'll connect in on every other. And we can connect these guys in on these. Which means that a lot of this salt's probably excessive, not to mention it's upstream. I don't think we need this much. I mean, oh, fine, I'll do some damn math. We need 1 salt every 2 seconds with a crafting speed of 0.8 times 4 machines right now. We need 1.6 salt per second. You make 1 salt every 0.5 seconds with a crafting speed of 1. So you make 2 salt per second, and I only need 1.6. I need literally one of these machines. Well, okay then. Let's get a little bit less salt. I overdid it on the salt. That's a lot of salt production. Okay, I see. So we're pulling off the chlorine going this way. And you're pulling the hydrogen down to there. This is also... Okay, so this is... You were telling me that there's this other method now. So what is this recipe? Saline water electrolysis. You're taking in saline water, which is, you know, also salt water. And you're producing the exact same stuff. You've got the a little powdery stuff. What the hell's that? Wait, do we want that little powdery stuff? Yes, we get this little powdery stuff from this one too. Which I forget what the hell it's called. This is sodium hydroxide. I've totally forgotten that I need to pull the sodium hydroxide out. I don't really have room for it right now. Well then, we'll go like here, 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 and I don't know, somewhere. Configure you to be very long range. It's the same line without the stupid make salt from water and then mix it with water. Yeah, I mean, that does, I agree, that does kind of seem silly, where you're making salt from pure water, and then you're mixing the water back again with the salt into this, to then do this. So, okay. I just wanted to, like, show, this is the vanilla, like, not vanilla, excuse me, this is the Bob's Mods method. Let's see what this new thing is that Archangel has done. So instead, we're just taking water directly out of the bay, and we're running this thing through water purification. And so we get two components. We get one output, which is going to be the saline water, and then the other output is our purified water. And I know from experience, we do want the purified water for a lot of stuff. Right now, it looks like he's just clarifying it, which is also known as water void. So I don't know where this water is going. It's just it's disappearing. So yeah, your approach definitely is better. But don't we want this? Don't we need this purified water? Yeah, so we don't actually get salt as a, like, physical product that can be carried around. We just skip that whole process. I like that a lot better. But now we have all this salt, and we need to do something with it. We need to set up the slag refining to use the purified water. Should have just gone with his method from the beginning. I know he mentioned it earlier, and I just kind of didn't do it. Okay, so these machines, though, are still going to make that byproduct, and I just took apart their outputs. But this can now be much easier because we don't need the input, which is good. We can actually go this way, and we can box this crap up into this one. Take the salt out. Shoot the salt. Everyone, shoot the salt with your gun. It'll make it go away. That's how you get rid of salt in real life. Yeah, purified water I remember using quite a bit of. Okay, so the last thing we need then is I took apart our water connection, but we could also share this water connection. I highly doubt this guy's going to use much. And route the water up this way. We actually do need that one. Alright, there's our water connection. Wait a second. Okay, I'm doing it completely different. What am I doing? No, we don't even want to use this recipe at all. This is the Bob's recipe. We're just not going to do it. We're going to do this one instead. Alright, let's stop being a dummy. That's probably why he was shooting it, isn't it? He's connected in his... that one up there. We're wasting some of this stuff, but it's not really a big deal. And so now we've got our connections there. Yeah, we need to bring some power over. So, assuming these guys actually had the saline water that they need, are they just as fast? It's the same machine, still crafting at a speed of 0.8, and it looks like the recipe is probably the exact same if I have to guess. The Bob's recipe was the saltwater electrolysis, which takes 2 seconds to produce 2 and 2 with one little side product, and then this one takes only 1 second. So your method, Archangel, I'm not sure if you're aware, this actually, your method produces more of the sodium hydroxide. Is that intended? Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Do we want sodium hydroxide? What are we going to use the sodium hydroxide for? Anyway, we got to take this stuff into another electrolyzer. The whole purpose of what we're doing right now is really just to get this stuff so that we can do this. Sorry, not a electrolyzer into a chemical plant. And that's going to create our hydrogen chloride. Then the hydrogen chloride is going to get mixed in to do... we want to make ferric chloride solution. So now we just got to take our hydrogen chloride, mix it into another chemical furnace with some iron ore. And I don't want to store any of the intermediate components. I literally just want to store some ferric chloride solution for right now. So we'll interject some iron ore here. After autosaving, catching up is hard too. It's probably just because so much is happening, and I don't know. Server's getting, or the game's getting bigger. We got a lot. Anyone would like to help me by pumping chlorine down here, I would be grateful. Petrochem actually went live like yesterday, if you missed it. It is functional. Petrochemical mod. What has happened to one of these belts? Alright, I'm gonna hork up some of this iron ore. I want to get like at least 1,000 units. That's good. Yeah, I wouldn't mind talking to a couple select people. I mean, I just don't want to leave it. I don't want to open comms. If Angel's available, if you have a mic, if you want to chat, I'm sure we could get you into chat privileges in the Discord channel that I'm in right now. I think it's funny how we have this oil here, we still haven't even bothered to tap it. Are we even doing oil somewhere? Okay, we are doing oil somewhere? Okay, cool. It's just, I guess I'm working in a different area or something. You know what? These two are not that important. Let's just shut them down. I don't even think any of this iron's been working in a while. This happens quite a bit for me as well, where I'll basically just skip Pump Jack Mark 1s. Immediately dive into Pump Jack Mark 2s. Zachoric has just subscribed. Thank you for your subscription. You are awesome. But you knew that. Let's stockpile some crude there, I guess, for now. Okay, I came over here for something else, though. It was the iron ore. Now we'll mix you and make some ferric chloride solution. Okay, so hydrogen chloride. We require 6 hydrogen chloride every 2.5 seconds. We have crafting speed of 1.25, so that's 3 hydrogen chloride per second. We can produce 2 every 1 second, divided by production rate of, or times production rate of 1.25. So we're producing 2.5, we require 3. So the ratio's off by a tiny bit, but that's not a big deal. Let's see if these two can actually support this machine. You need one chlorine every 1 second. Crafting speed of 1.25, so you actually need 1.25 chlorine and 1.25 hydrogen. 2 machines can produce 1 every 1 second. Crafting speed of 0.8 times 2 machines, that's 1.6. So we have enough production then to support the 1 machine. It's not quite efficient. There's a little bit of an issue with the ratios here, but it's functional. This machine will run most of the time. It needs 3, and it's going to get 2.5, which is good enough. So we'll get some hydrogen or some ferric chloride solution here. This thing will run. It's gonna go 1,000 times. 1,000 times divided by 2.5 seconds with a crafting speed of 1.25. It's going to take 500. I don't think I'm doing that right. Going to consume 1 every 2.5 seconds, crafting speed of 1.25. So we're going to consume a half iron ore per second. 1,000 divided by 0.5. It's going to take 2,000 seconds. That is 33 minutes. So this thing will run for a half hour. That's good. Good enough. Now, the question is, what do we do with the ferric chloride? Do we want to actually, like, bus it? Or do we want to just box it up and do something else with it? I don't know. The whole point is to make the ferric chloride nearby the circuit area. Ooh, we are having some power issues right now. We take the ferric chloride, mix it with tin, copper, and phenolic boards. Phenolic boards is just made down by wood. I'm going to work on some phenolic boards. Sure, why not? Box all the things, yeah. The issue with boxing ferric chloride is that you need to store it, and to store it, you need to make canisters, which require plastic. Ferric chloride is stored in canisters. So that's a little bit tricky, considering we don't actually have plastic yet. We should bus it. It's used by at least 3 things down the line. Do you want to bus the canisters? Do we want to bus the fluid in a set of pipes? I mean, we would have to move it a long way to get from this water all the way over to the bus. It would be very long. It'd be a lot of crap in the way. Alright, so there's our wood farm. Bunch of wood's getting stored. Bunch of wood's getting turned into resin. Bunch of wood is going further to become into regular basic wooden boards. We want to do something similar to this. It's going to create phenolic boards. But I don't think we should go as crazy as I did earlier. We probably only need like two yellow belt a board. I think I was thinking we'd have a whole lot more production because the vanilla campaigns we've done, the big multiplayer campaigns, have been just kind of nuts when it comes to like blasting through technology. But this is a little bit more complicated, and so we don't really do things quite as fast. Yeah, resin can't be made in an electronics machine. Let's do, what do we want to do here? We want to do... phenolic boards from wood and resin.
Hey there.
Hey, that must be, Archangel?
Yep, right.
Awesome. Thanks for coming, and you've been, like, joining almost every game, every stream. It's good.
Yeah, I'm joining and watching the streams from people who are playing my mod, so...
I saw just, what, yesterday, within the last 24 hours, you made a pretty major update to your mod?
Not to refining, but to Petrochams.
Yeah.
It's the successor to, or the replacement for the Bob's chemicals. Yeah, that's the next big thing for me.
Have you been motivated to get it done because of all the multiplayer stuff that's been going on lately?
Yes, that's one reason, and the other one is people buggering me to get it finished.
Well, yeah, it's bound to happen on occasion. Okay. One.
So you still enjoying the challenge?
Yeah, I haven't returned to the campaign I was doing a couple weeks ago in a while because I actually recorded like 45 episodes. I was like literally 4 weeks ahead of time on that campaign.
pretty on a binge there.
Yeah, and so it's fun today coming back into doing Bob's with Angels, and it's a lot. I feel a whole lot better though playing it. Remember the very first time I actually recorded like 2 or 3 episodes and then I scratched the whole thing and then started over? I feel the same jump in familiarity coming back to it again now. Alright, I need 1 wood every 0.5 seconds with a crafting speed of 1. I need 2 wood per second. Produce 3. Interesting. I think what we want to do is just downgrade these, huh? So, I mean, you've made the mod, right? So you're very familiar with your build order, or like what goes where. Do you ever find yourself overwhelmed at all by your own mod?
I still do things differently each time I do a playtest. So yeah.
All right.
I mean, that's the whole reason for doing it. So you have options to do things differently. Yay, decent loot.
So how about that pause, huh? William, I did promote you. Promoted you a while back. Yeah, I already, yeah. Banning and kicking, I think, are 2 different things, but, I don't know, I've not played around with it very much. Okay, so we want these boards. Oh my god, let us play, please, game! Yeah, it's just /kick. It's all I'm doing. Oh my god, the game is oh. I swear to God, Eye of the Jew. I just did that. Why are we getting in any notices right now at all from Eye of the Jew if I just kicked him? I don't get it. I'm going slightly crazy. If I haven't been already. Alright. 2 every half second. Crafting speed of 1 times 2 machines is 8 items a second. I need some of this resin. I really do like doing this Bob's Mods thing where we like rotate, you rotate the inserters so they barely have any rotational direction at all, and they basically just function like 4 times as fast as they're supposed to. It's pretty cheap, but it's nice.
Yeah, before Bob's there was the side inserter mod from Godlag, and it had a similar functionality.
I had never actually used that mod, but I've heard of it. I didn't realize that it would have actually sped the inserters up as well. It makes sense why it does, but Okay, do basic phenolic boards get used by anything other than being upgraded into circuit boards? I can't remember. I don't think so. I think we just want to turn them directly into circuit boards. Well, see if I can figure out how many of these things I can make.
Aren't they used in the modules somewhere? Yeah.
Regular phenolic boards?
Basic module board.
We don't have that research yet, do we?
I don't think so, no.
Okay. But it's the same exact components, so instead of busing this, we could just create the basic module boards and the regular circuit boards at the same area. I'm kind of tempted to just route some tin and some copper plate down here to make these. Okay, so my goal is to turn 3 components into 1 component, and I want a full belt. And right now I have 16 items a second, so roughly we'll call it 1 full yellow belt. So full yellow belt of this. First, we'll calculate how many... Ah, damn it. It's doing that thing where you can't actually make the advanced circuit boards until you've got some... I hate when they do that. You kind of make the next step of circuits before you're allowed to make the next step electronics assembly machine.
And still don't understand why you gated it that way.
It's just, it's so frustrating. It's like you have this layout that you want to do and you can't do it yet. You did the exact same thing with level 2 assembly machines, right? You need basic electronic boards before you can make level 2 assembly machines, but you can't... Ah!
Yep.
You understand. You know where I'm coming from.
Didn't you say you wanted to try Yoki's mods sometime?
Yeah, at some point I wouldn't mind. It'd be interesting.
Because Yoki's isn't gated behind technology at all. It's all gated behind unlocking vanilla things.
Okay. I remember Ditech, and I've heard of Yuki's, but I've not tried it, and Bob's, and then there's this other one I've been seeing a lot of posts on the Factorio mods portal. I'm not sure, is it like another overhaul mod that I just read about?
Factorio Extended, or the... how was it called? Not Homeworld.
I'll go to the mod portal real quick and just see what's on the top. Andrew's mods.
Oh.
I don't know what that is. But there's a lot of posts out about it recently.
Better keep my mouth shut about that.
Okay. Okay, how many players did we end up with? We had 25 players, and for the most part, we're being pretty... It's pretty good, but the desyncs, man. It's the desync, and it's probably mod related, I have to guess. Desync, complete freeze. It's every time now. Oh, 5 dim. Yeah, I've heard of that one too.
And 5dim, I think he stopped developing those mods.
Uh-oh. This is the same thing that happened earlier. There was a desync, I think, and then the game hung, and then I got a pop-up saying saving the map for somebody, and then the game just never responded again.
Exterminator and Pepe crashed the game. Yay.
I think they did. Oh, man. Well, we got really far, considering how modded the game is, but I'm wondering if mods are just not going to work in a bigger mod, like a bigger multiplayer setting. Okay, well, I can't even... I'm just going to task manager kill this thing, and we'll have to reload again. Mods will work at any size. It isn't using mods, it's using a mod that has a bug when used in multiplayer. Well, how would we go about identifying which one of these many specific... Because look, these are all the mods we've got. We've got a lot. How would we identify which one of these mods specifically is causing desyncs? Anyone in Twitch or Angel, if you know, I don't know how to begin to test that.
It's most likely a mod with a control lure, which is scripting basically.
A control lure, meaning what? That's not good?
No, just something which is hacking the game basically to do stuff. There's more advanced and more simple things, and the more advanced the hacking is you do, the greater the risk to break something. So.
I've seen a lot of control.luas in a lot of the mod folders, so... I mean, just having a control.lua doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing, right?
No, not at all.
Okay, I don't remember what I had last set the password to.
At Arumba, or the password is cows, dude.
Yes, I'm aware. Now you just told everyone.
Yeah, but everyone in here was already in the game, so that's fine.
Yeah, but now everyone knows, and new people will join.
Everyone in here was already in the game, I'm pretty sure. Oh, I just told the whole stream. Oh.
Exactly. So now we need to change it. What was the command again?
Sorry about that. My bad. I should just go back to shutting up.
1 second. Let me see if I can remember that. I gotta remember the command in the first place. Okay. I will send you a direct message. Is there an easy way to send a direct message on Discord? One person instead of the chat room. There must be.
Just go to like the mods channel on the whatever in the chat room, and then you'll see it. And then you can post there to only mods. Oh, that works too, actually.
Okay. Why is it that I have no sound from Factorio? There it is. Well, looks like we have some new players tonight. I don't know if this is going to work. We did lose an autosave, or we had to roll back. It looks like we lost everything that I just did. Cool. Thanks for the desyncs, guys. We don't have the ferric chloride going yet. But then again, this is pretty small, and this would actually be really convenient if we could just get... We literally just need water. Just bring water over there. And I think that that would be easier. We actually have water right here, so I'm going to see if I can copy this. I need a hydro plant. Find the hydro plant. Okay. I need some clarifiers. Is that ratio that you did there, Angel, the right one? 3 clarifiers to get rid of all the purified?
No.
Just we're kind of excessive with it, maybe? 10 every...
Just select that down to make it work.
Making 10 every 1 second. Your crafting speed. So you're making 10 of this purified water per second. How fast can a clarifier get rid of stuff? Crafting speed of 2. I guess I really don't know. I'm just gonna steal your stuff. These are mine now. I made this.
Feel free.
I really do like this formula that you created here. This makes things a lot simpler. You're right. Now, the more I think about it, too, it's like, okay, so we're literally going to take salt out of the water somehow, because it's salt water, and then we're going to mix it with water. And that gives us chlorine and hydrogen. How the hell do you get chlorine and hydrogen effectively from just fresh water? Because these bodies of water cannot possibly be salt. They're like little lakes.
If you would concentrate lake water enough, you could get it, but it's not very feasible.
Okay, here's some water right here. Alien planet, alien water, they say. That's how you explain it.
The point for me was more to create another resource from which from something that's already in game. So you have the purified water.
Alright, this is my area now. I live here. Alright. Hydro plants. Doing water purification. Clarifiers, getting rid of this stuff for now because we have no use for it. Although I know I'm gonna regret doing it because I'm gonna want it later. Okay, 2 of these guys. Doing saline. Now, this was a new addition, right? You just recently added the saline water electrolysis, or did I just miss it?
It was missing a key before, so it looked a bit broken, but it is there. I don't know when I added it. I have to look it up. But for some time, yeah. But you did overlook some other recipes in your first streaming, so it's no wonder.
Yeah, it's easy to miss stuff. Alright, now I need to go get some iron ore again, so we can get the ferric chloride going, and then we can take this, and all the stuff's here. We got the wood, we got the resin, we're gonna have the little bits. I just need tin and copper down here, and then we can actually get some bits and bobs going. Iron ore.
By the way, in Discord chat, someone said that the auto research mod was causing these things.
Really? How do you determine that? How do we know?
Good question.
Which there's apparently no answer. If that's, I mean, is there like a desync report that they can? I know I got a desync report at one point. Can you open the report and see specifically what caused the desync? Because if it is auto research, we'll just axe it. It's fine. The only reason it's on there is just because I'm used to having it and because it, I don't know, it's nice for it to work automatically. But with this many players, someone's bound to select research. At least for the moment, the game's running pretty well. So I don't know if only 12 players. Is it player related or is it? I don't know. It's hard to say.
Okay, Roy says Enbro's server the other night had issues. We removed it. The issues stopped.
Okay. Anecdotal evidence is still good. It means good evidence. Sure. We'll take that. And I needed 2 of these guys. I think I had doubled this up. I think I did this twice. Means... Hey, there you are. You're just now trying to get back in? Wow. I assumed you were one of the first to rejoin.
No, I wasn't in chat.
I found now that you've joined the Discord channel, I don't talk nearly as much. And I think it's because it just feels different when you're in like a phone call with someone versus when you are just streaming all by yourself and, you know, effectively talking to yourself 24 hours a day.
Like I wrote, my spoken English is a bit rusty, so do the talking, don't mind me.
You get some practice, right? Okay, wood goes in, and then we need the resin. Okay.
And there's another one in Twitch chat saying auto research updated with client-side UI. That's possible. The problem.
That is true. I think that, come to think of it, I think I actually allowed the mod to update after the stream earlier today, and then I did update the mod pack, so we're all using the same version, but I don't know for sure that it's the same stability as the one we were using earlier today. We seem to be getting more disconnects, but that could also just be because the factory's bigger. But it could also just be because of the mod, so... Okay, so we're back to this problem here, where I can't make the damn things that I want to make until I've made some of the things that I need to make. Just need to make some of this crap to start with. Just need some tin plate. And get some of these basic circuit boards, and then I can go and try to finagle my way into some transistors, and then I'm good. Ugh. This is like one of the steps to Bob's that I don't like, that I dislike the most. Oh, apparently, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Why go 13? Oh well, not gonna worry about it. The problem with mods and Factorio in general is that there's just so little time to get so much done. 2 hours is nothing. Barely anything gets done in 2 hours. Yeah, exactly. We've been playing for 6 hours, we don't have blue signs yet.
Yeah, but the point is with this mod pack, it's more like marathon.
Yeah. Now, I actually recently tried Marathon mod with Bob's, and I didn't like it, because I felt like a lot of the vanilla items were really expensive. And most of the Bob's items were just like, take a vanilla item and add 4 pieces of tape to it, and now it's level 2. It's like, really? Wow, that was really an expensive to upgrade.
Tactic magic.
Alright, so this is going to give me some of these little circuit boards, which we, the thing that's interesting is that you can actually craft electronic circuit boards by hand. So the only thing I need now is just some transistors. You can't make transistors by hand, but I can make them in a machine. And then I can just pocket craft a couple of these things, get the level 3 electronics assembly machine, and then I can do this thing properly. Regulator 04, thank you for your resubscription. So I just need some plastic, some tin copper wire, and some silicone wafers. Does anyone have any plastic?
There's oil production to the south. Probably there.
Silicone plate, quartz, calcium chloride is where you get calcium chloride from something in an electrolyzer, and stone, I thought.
Chlorine and stone, yeah.
Yeah, calcium chloride. Hydrogen chloride plus stone. I have a little bit of stone on me. We've got the hydrogen chloride right here. We could theoretically use this for both. Make me some of that crap for now. Oh yeah, I forgot about these. I think I got rid of all my carbon. I will just power my way through this. I will not build a huge setup using regular assembly machines instead of using the electronics assembly machines. It's just so dumb. I'm not going to do it. I need to find some quartz. Which I think we had... Yeah, quartz is here. There's no storage for it. Apparently we're making metric tons of glass, because we need that for some reason. I think I set the player limit to 35. There, I bumped it up. Okay, that'll give me quite a few silicone wafers. Let's go make the silicone wafers, then we'll upgrade them to transistors. Transistors also require plastic. So I just need... Does anyone have any plastic anywhere? Plastic. Chlorine and some petroleum. Ugh. I had done oil, but I think that was before the disconnect, so I don't even know that little oil reserve is over there. Plastic is in the south. South where?
With the oil refineries. Look on the map.
All the way down there? Okay. I'll head down there. Almost every time I play Bob's Mods, I end up doing the same thing, where I basically try to just make a couple of these damn electronic circuit boards. Just a couple. So that I can, you know, make the better machines. I just gotta go find some plastic. Thanks for EU-friendly stream. Smiley face. Why are we stockpiling sapphirite chunks? I think, and Angel's here, so he can speak up to it about it, but there's another step in refining pretty soon that we can do that is dramatically more effective with the chunks, right? You can take the chunks and turn them into something.
Yeah, basically there are the recipes which have multiple inputs and one output, the specialized ones. You can make iron ore, for example, or tin on the other ones, and then you have the recipes taking one input and multiple outputs. So yeah, there are recipes for each step and each intermediate, so to speak. And the chunks were set up because of the sulfur you get from them.
That's right. I remember in my other campaign, I ended up with a whole bunch of sulfur from your production lines. And normally I'm only used to seeing sulfur in Bob's, either from if you enable the sulfur patches, or if you if now they've got the sulfur production from oil processing, which is kind of weird. But I ended up with tons and tons of sulfuric acid as a byproduct from some of the chunk processing I was doing. There we go. Go ahead.
The point is that the sulfur from oil processing is not unrealistic. You get a lot of sulfur or acid gas from the processing. But the point was to get some sulfur to start the slurry or slag process.
Just need a couple more of these things. I've got one whole electronics assembly machine too. Possibly the first one in this factory. Possibly. Where in the hell is the solder? Now, what do you think? You said English is not your primary language. Is it solder or is it solder? And why is it definitely solder?
I would read it solder.
Yeah, because there's an L in it, right?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Totally makes sense. Solder. You heard it here first, folks. Americans are stupid. For some reason, the electricians in our country decided that there's an L in there, but we're not going to pronounce it. We're going to call it solder. Which just makes you sound mentally retarded. Like you can't read. I mean, I refuse to say it. Solder. Okay, so I see Zippy asking me to pronounce that word, and I know that the Americanized or the American pronunciation of it is colonel. How and why, I don't know, but it's very clearly colonel. It's C-O-L-O-N-E-L, colonel. But we bastardized it into colonel. I don't know why. We're stupid. I told you, I just got done saying Americans are idiots. All right, now I can make some of these electronics assembly machines, which are awesome. Cool. So these guys, then we're going to take and we're going to start making these circuit boards the right way. Let's see what we can do. We got these guys making circuit boards. We've got 3 inputs, 4 inputs actually, if you count the fluid. Call it 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you need an output. So this is going to be belt, belt, which means that we're going to need to do one of those things where you go like underground for 2. Which gives us room for our outputs. That's 1 feed, 2 feed, 3 feed, full belts of each. Outputting down to there is going to be the circuits. And how many are we going to get? We're going to get 1 circuit board every 5 seconds with a crafting speed of 2.25. So that's what? What a weird number. 1 board every 5 seconds times 2.25. Yeah, it's 0.45 items per second. So if you want to take a full yellow belt of that, we need 29 of these machines. I can't make that many. Let's just start off with 6. let's not go for a full yellow belt just yet. We got 10 minutes until 10 o'clock already. Can you believe it?
It's 4 in the morning over here.
Nice. That's a good job right there. You stay up late. That's kind of crazy.
I'm in between semesters or terms, so have some time. Also, I need to watch you struggle.
What has happened here? Yeah, I am struggling. Long, short, long, short, short, long, long, short, short, long. Alright, that will work. Now we just need to feed in the basic components here. We need the phenolic boards to come around. We need copper. We need tin. I'm just now realizing exactly how tired I am. Like, I'm really tired. I streamed for like 6 hours earlier today, so I am really getting down there in energy. Alright, that's copper, that's tin. Those need to become feeds, actual real feeds. But this will create our slightly upgraded circuit boards. We could send these over to the bus. They definitely need to go to the bus. These resources could also be used to make the basic module boards. But, actually, ideally, we want this to be a full belt. Not just a half belt. The only reason I used the half belt on the other two is because I didn't actually bring a feed down here. Someone's bringing some lead down. I need tin and copper, so I might follow this guy's path here. There's opening. Some space here. Bring some tin and lead over. Okay, so... Need some copper. Need some gears. Tin is way back here, though. Bury some tin over, and then... So what are you working on right now? Are you building? What are you working on, Angel? You go by Angel or...
Trying to set up the fall.
Farrell? Really? That seems like a lot of work.
I'm always forgetting how to set up the blueprints.
You really don't need to do much. Just get a blueprint and then go into the configuration settings and press the button. It'll create them for you. Unless you're trying to do a specific design. I find Farrell much harder to drive than I find him to set up. Oh, Duckness just got killed by a diesel locomotive. F. That's good.
Building straight lines is pretty easy with fall, but the curves.
Yeah, they're darn near impossible. Can't place pull at. Farrell's going nuts. Farrell's not happy. Yeah, here comes some tin and some copper. Good.
I think we need Stejo.
Yes.
Like...
That's what Stejo's around for, is to drive the train. He sets up stations everywhere for me. It's great. I think actually someone's in Twitch chat is asking about mass logistics robots, and I actually think in general, the general mantra that bot bases are more UPS efficient, I think holds even more true in multiplayer. Like, I think there's no real issue with having lots of bots in multiplayer. It's never seemed to affect performance for me. Belts actually take a lot of performance. Okay. Need to make more transistors. Need to get transistors getting made somewhere. Real thing. How do you like this this Z control, whatever it's called, mod? The thing that reorganizes all the inventory categories.
Yeah, well, it's for the first time today, and it's looking really neat. Although you have to look where things are, because yeah, you know the vanilla one.
Yeah. I actually I moved a lot of the stuff. It's not where that mod normally would put it. Like, I organized absolutely everything to make sure that it was like if you look at the production tab, it goes furnaces that use fuel. Then it goes electrical furnaces, and then it goes, you know, chemical furnaces. Like, they're organized by type instead of just being. And most importantly, when you add mods like Bob's or whatever, they show up on the same line. You know, like for smelting, you've got the burner miner drill really didn't deserve on its own line, but then it goes electric mining drill 2, electric mining drill 3, and then below that's the large area one. I guess it's really clear as well on the energy tab, having all the different solar panels organized by type instead of just being adjacent to each other.
Yeah, I noticed this from the weapons and the armory.
Yeah, I didn't mess with armor, weaponry, and stuff much, but I find it very strange that Z Control Mod likes to think that that a lot of the guns are considered armor.
Yeah.
Don't really understand why, but okay.
It's a bit odd, but else, yeah. It looks nice.
There's so much more that I want to accomplish, and yet I think I'm gonna have to wrap the stream up soon. It's already 10 o'clock. Got family in town this weekend. As per normal, William says no, it's not allowed. I moved a lot of stuff around in vanilla too. Like, it drove me bonkers that copper cable was not considered an intermediate. Vanilla has copper cable organized in the same area as, I think, red wire and green wire, which is, in this case, logistic, which, yeah, I guess you could make the minor argument that maybe you need some regular copper wire so you can wire up electrical poles by yourself. But how often do you really do that? Versus using copper cable as an intermediate, which is what it is. It's used to make other things. It's an intermediate.
Yeah, mainly beautiful with that.
So you look at the intermediates. Intermediates tab is like probably the best organized one. You got the gears, the various types of circuitry, all that stuff. I don't know. Looks like we could use a lot more tin processing.
There's a locomotive in the wagon, William.
But you put a locomotive inside a locomotive?
Yep.
Does that make sense?
Almost.
Let's put a few trains inside the trunk of a car.
William is sabotaging my file.
That's not very nice. Okay.
Yeah, but to the topic of the groups, I don't even try to mix my intermediates with the other groups. It's,
Wow, suddenly the... Go ahead. So, suddenly the performance is... I'm getting like 45 FPS again. I don't know what's changed, but
okay.
not running nearly as well as it was a minute ago. I think part of the issue is we're only getting tin ore right now from the bobmonium sorting.
stay with the smelting of the crushed ores as long as you don't have the advanced recipes set up. So you have always a bit of plates coming in.
It pains me to see upgraded red belt where it doesn't need to be upgraded. I don't understand it.
Just turn off your OCD.
Turn off what?
Your OCD. It's going nuts in this factory anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I got into like an argument with somebody earlier because they're like changing my stuff. I felt guilty about it after, but it's like, stop it, you know? I had it the way I wanted. That's what happens though when you play with multiple other people. Everyone has their own plan. So I forget. Is there a way to get just tin is considered to be one of the basic plates? You could probably just make tin directly from one of these things, right? Oh yeah, you just take bobmonium directly down the feed. That's it.
Either that or do advanced sorting. Then it's crushed bobmonium and crushed stereotype. Get tin ore directly.
Yeah, those are the ones that I really like. We did that huge setup for the iron ore earlier. These other processes, I mean, I wish that those those methods came earlier, because I'm not really a big fan of the regular chunks or the regular crushed stereotype sorting where you get the slag. Because you don't want slag usually, not until you've got the slurry and all that other stuff going on.
Yeah, that's the question. You could set up a little chain for the chunks, the hydro refining, get the sulfur from that, and go on with making the slurry. And then get higher ores from that. For example, the silicon, because you don't need that much at the beginning.
So if we switch this guys over and we just get pure tin, we have no slag to process. That is stereotype and bobmonium. We miss out on the quartz by doing this, but I don't think we were really that concerned about quartz right now. I would totally be using warehouses for slag instead of all these chests. I find it just a lot easier to keep stuff organized in warehouses, even though they functionally don't even do that much. You know, they're not that, they're technically not space efficient like at all. Until you get up to the logistic warehouses.
You always have to think about the inserters you would need to cover the space a warehouse sits on. So I do think they are space efficient.
Well, I'm talking just strictly the amount of actual slots inside the chest relative to the footprint of the size of the chest.
Yeah, I understand you. But you could only use the whole area if you used storage chests with logistic robots.
Yeah, I mean that is definitely true. If you did it any other way, then you wouldn't be able to use inserters at all.
Yep.
I'm not sure how I really feel about this whole inserting directly onto underground belts somehow giving you better compression than any other, like, I don't understand why it works, but I learned earlier today that by doing this, you get, look at that purely compressed tin belt. Versus if you did it without this, we got one going on the far side, one going onto the near side. You saw it, right? It was perfectly compressed. Now watch what ends up happening. And in a second here, it'll start to kind of get back to where it was. Now look at that. It's not. Don't get why it works, but it does. So I guess that's what we're going to do.
Does the trick with one piece of red belt still work?
Yeah, I think so. That does. But is one piece of red belt cheaper than underground belt? I'm spending 19 iron plate, but I'm taking the underground belt to max distance, so I'm also saving 1.5 iron per space, so that's 4. Or that's 6 iron that I'm saving. So the actual cost of the underground belt is only 13 plate versus a single piece of fast transport belt, which is 11.5. Yeah, looks like the fast transport belt's probably still cheaper. Let's see if that works just as well. My guess is that it probably does. I just wish they'd make inserters capable of, like, pushing entities slightly so that they could make space. You know, like
just side loading those.
Yeah, like they were doing with the loader concept, where they would just guarantee a perfectly saturated belt. All these shenanigans of trying to get saturated belts is there's a lot of work involved with that.
It's almost saturated.
Well, the last machine can't work. Yeah, it looks like it's actually not as effective.
Yep.
So if we go back to this one, we did just check the math, and it was not that much more expensive. It was marginal, very, very marginal. Now you look at that belt and you tell me that's not perfectly saturated, and I'll tell you you're wrong. Because it is. It will, well, not yet, but it will be, right? Oh, hey, there's our first desync since we rehosted.
Lego man again. Okay.
Was this the guy who was desyncing earlier as well?
Yep.
This is certainly more saturated than the previous setup was. I can't guarantee that it's perfectly saturated. If we stop the belt...
It looks more saturated, at least, yeah.
Well, we could do a quick little circuit wire connection to test it. If I had any insulated wire, which I don't. Which was made over here last time I remember seeing it. We probably disassembled it. I don't see insulated wire anywhere.
I have one.
Ah. Yeah, I was just gonna wire up the belt. And then if you wire up, believe it, if you wire up 2 segments, you should see an average of 14, because one belt segment will have 6, and the other one will have 8 in an alternating fashion between the 2 poles.
There you go.
Thanks. Yeah, that's sitting right at 14 to 15. That is saturated. Out of curiosity, I want to go back now. I want to drive it the other way. To see just exactly if we can actually visually see like how much less it is. Some of this stuff, like, you end up tinkering around with Factorio, like, bullshit so much. It's so easy to just be like, oh, let's test it. Earlier I was testing how many entities a vanilla fast inserter could move on a single accumulator charged up to full capacity versus a stack inserter. And seeing, like, how, like, what is the break-even point? When does the stack inserter start to take the lead? And it's actually surprising. You need quite a bit of stack inserter capacity bonus before they start to be more effective.
Yeah, because you get the stack size bonus for the regular inserters first, and then the stack bonus.
Mm-hmm. I mean, at the end, a stack inserter can move like 12 entities at a time, and a vanilla inserter can only move 3, which is nothing, but Bob's Mods bumps it up quite a bit. This is close, but it's very clearly not staying on 14 and sometimes taking up to 15. It's only going 13 occasionally to 14. Cool. All right. Well, that's all the time I have for testing tonight. I have to stop doing this now. Oh my god. Please, if you take from the bus, make a bypath so all the belts gets materials. Yes, I agree. Kinda cool how that works.
It's William bot.
What's the breakpoint in vanilla? I mathed it out to basically be the testing criteria that I had a fast inserter with a total capacity of 2 versus a stack inserter with a total capacity of like 4, and if I remember correctly, I don't have this actually written down, I'm just going by memory here. I mathed out that by the time I got the stack inserter size bonus to like 6, it was going to be more efficient. At all levels, the stack inserter is faster. So if you need burst motion, then you should go with the stack inserter. But when it comes to how much can it move per unit of energy, the stack inserter doesn't take the lead until it's got like plus 10 bonus. Like you got to get all the way to the end until the stack inserter is actually more energy efficient. So very, 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 very late game, you can just go pure stack inserters, and they're better. But they also have higher power drain, idle power drain. Oh, I re-added Foreman, by the way, because Foreman was not the problem earlier. I don't think I mentioned that at the beginning of the stream. But for now, though, I'm going to wrap the stream up here. I cannot continue. We could do some other shenanigans, like have these inserters side insert onto the same tile and then use underground belt to get full compression here. Okay, now I've got to do that. I'm totally going to wrap this stream up soon, I swear.
Yeah, what I do with my furnace columns is let the inserters put the items on the separate belt and then side load the actual outgoing belt. So 2 spaces more, and don't have to worry about the compression of the belts.
Okay, so those guys go to that one, and then here...
I have to say my heart is a bit bleeding, seeing all this slag turned into stone.
I agree, I would not have done that. I would be stockpiling the slag, because the slag is useful for making slag slurry, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that is wasted ore right there. Unless you want to brick everything up, which... I guess that's a good thing to spend your resources on too. Brick is good. I don't mind brick. Especially if you're gonna make walls, I guess that's okay too.
Oh, by the way, you asked if bricking up the world would lower your OPS. I think it's the contrary because you're removing all the brushes and grass on the ground.
It actually is better.
So all the extra graphics, yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's good. I approve.
there's also a mod by Anti-Elite, the guy who does the speedruns.
Mm-hmm.
I think that his mod does the same. Just removes everything from the map that is purely cosmetical.
I saw just recently it was there was a UPS improvement mod. Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah.
I mean, I think this is working, but it looks really weird. Anyway, why no hack splitters here? Because Stejo and I have recently discovered that hack splitters are incredibly poor. They cause a lot of script updates. They were really, really lagging the game, so we removed them. I removed them from this campaign, and then from my other campaigns as well. Anything you want to do with hack splitter, you can do with vanilla splitters. You just have to make it a little tiny bit bigger and a little bit, you know, whatever. And if it's going to cause the game to lag, I just don't think that it's worth it. I mean, we've already got this factory that's getting pretty big. I mean, look, we got train networks. People built some trains. I wouldn't call this a small factory.
It's looking funny because it's so organically grown into the space. Oh, there's a space left over here. I can build something.
Yep. And then someone puts whatever there. Does anyone know what this little inserter button does in the top left corner? It's related to Bob's inserters, but I've never been able to figure out what these silly little checkboxes do. I don't get it. I had assumed that depending on whether or not you have the button checked, like anytime you place an inserter, it would have that setting, but that's not what it does. So what does this do?
It resets the position to the smallest one. The first one at least, in the enable position overrides. Yeah. So if you take a long-handed inserter, it will be a short one if placed down.
Okay. It seems kind of pointless to me. I mean, you already have a dialogue that you can pull up to modify the settings. So why would you need this thing for that? Like you put down an inserter, configure it, and then shift paste the entity settings to anything else you need to do. But okay, it's fine. Not gonna complain too much. Just the normal amount. Thank you for that. In Nomen 8 about position overrides. I guess I hadn't tested that before. All right, cool. Well, I do have to wrap the stream up here. Thank you for joining me in Discord today, Archangel, and I'm glad that we finally got the comms working so that people who are actually in game can hear it live instead of having to wait for the stream delay. Hopefully that's been a better experience for everyone.
Yeah, thanks for the invite. And nice talking to you.
All right, cool. Thanks. First I'm gonna pop out of the thing, and then I'm gonna wrap the stream up. So, all right, I'll talk to you later. Hopefully you'll be able to join us again in the future, Archangel.
Sure.
I can't figure out how to leave the channel. How do you do it? Looks like William pulled me out. Yeah, okay, cool.
I'll stay in here and no one will bother you.
Okay. All right. I'm going to wrap the stream up here. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you again soon.